know that this Ghanaian billionaire owns the salt you are consuming? Yes, he owns the company that mines the largest salt on our beautiful African continent. He is called Dr. Daniel Macaulay, but popularly known as Magdan. He is a Ghanaian businessman, founder and chief executive officer of Magdan Group of Companies.
I've been in the logistics business for 30 years. I'm into mining. Magdan has the biggest salt mine in Africa, 41,000 acres so far. Magdan had invested $88 million into that project. By next year, we'll be mining about 1.2 million metric tons of salt, which will be Africa's biggest salt mine and salt producing company.
Yes, that is true. One of his company is putting Ghana on the map as the leading African salt mine on the continent. But the company is currently facing some challenges mining the salt, which we are going to talk about in this particular video. So in today's video, we would like to share with you the history of salt mines in Ghana and how Magdan and his company are taking Ghana's salt industry to the next level. But before we start everything, please support us by liking this video and also subscribing to this channel for more videos like this. Thank you very much for your massive support. Now let's dive into it. The history of salt mining in Ghana dates back centuries. The earliest evidence of salt production in the country comes from the Songhor Lagoon, which is located on the southeast coast of Ghana. The lagoon is home of some of the richest salt deposits in West Africa, and it has been the major source of salt for the people of Ghana for centuries. The traditional method of salt mining in Ghana is to evaporate seawater. The seawater is collected from the lagoon and placed in shallow pans where it is allowed to evaporate in the sun. As the water evaporates, the salt crystals are left behind. This process of salt production is labor intensive, but it is a simple and effective way to produce salt. As of the year 2009, Ghana's salt industry produced between 250,000 and 300,000 metric tons of salt. But some economists in the country believe that Ghana has the potential of producing about 2.2 million metric tons of salt annually. And if that happens, the salt industry will be an important sector to aid the diversification of the nation's economy. For this reason, they grew interest in commercial salt mining. Several companies were being granted licenses to mine salt in the country, and they are using modern methods to produce salt on large scale. The development of the salt industry in Ghana has had a positive impact on the economy because, as we all know, salt is a valuable commodity and it is an important source of income for many people in the country. The industry has created thousands of jobs and also helped to boost the economic growth of the beautiful country. One of the companies putting Ghana on the map as the leading African salt mine is this company called ElectroChem Ghana Limited, which is owned by Magdan. And this is the place where the company has secured a concession of 41,000 acres to mine salt. This place is called Songhor. The company has so far invested heavily in the salt mining project, and it has created thousands of jobs.
So far, Magdan had invested $88 million into that project.
And they are currently producing about 1.2 million metric tons of salt per annum, which makes this Ghanaian company the largest salt mine on the beautiful African continent. They supply the local and export market, and parts of it is used to feed a chlor-alkali plant for the production of caustic soda and other chemical products. But despite the fact that ElectroChem Ghana Limited is putting Ghana on the map as the leading African salt mine, the awarding of the list of this 41,000 acres to ElectroChem has been met with strong opposition from the people of Ada. The people that owns the land. According to them, the company is trying to displace them from their traditional livelihood. And again, the operations of ElectroChem will also pollute the lagoon and destroy the ecosystem. In addition, they believe that the lease was awarded unfairly without their consent. And all these have resulted in conflicts between the people of Ada and ElectroChem Ghana Limited. In September last year, there was a violent crash between Ada community members and ElectroChem workers, which ended ended up in 4 people being shot. The government has since intervened in the dispute, but it remains to be seen how the conflict will be resolved. But despite the opposition from the Ada community, ElectroChem is still in operation at the Songhor Lagoon, and it has created thousands of jobs. So that is all for today's video. Let us know your thoughts and suggestions on this inside the comment section below. My name always remains Sheriff Haruna. Thank you very much for watching. Have a joyful life and see you in our next video. Macrao.